What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and I have located all of the remaining PS5 consoles. And it would appear, unfortunately, that they are all owned by a bot empire, and this bot empire is getting rightfully roasted on Twitter. Of course, you have Crep Chief Notify saying congratulations to our members. In less than 24 hours of the release of the PS5, our members have secured over 2,500 consoles. Stop missing out. Reselling isn't going away, so jump in fast and maximize your profits. And of course, I'm not sure who this tweet is really meant for, because it also ultimately goes through a nice ratio. All this for 17 likes. Trash. Will you make sure you guys never get access to RIPP as long as you seem to do clip loops? I don't know what that is. Enlighteningly, ultimately you're wondering, how do they get all this volume? I mean, most people can't even get one. Here you see on Deserto, PS5 Slam, Sony Scalper group stockpiling consoles during shortage. And by the way, I apologize for the rogue quality of this video. I'll be back in studio tomorrow. I was traveling to make an appearance on Timcast, so I appreciate all of you dealing with the subpar quality the last 2 days, but I've still got a job to do and I want to deliver all the news to you. So if you're enjoying the videos, please remember to click that like button, and also please consider clicking that red subscribe button down below the video. It helps new people find the channel, and it lets YouTube know that, well, at least somebody's interested. PS5 fans have already had a hard time finding consoles due to high demand and worldwide shortages, but now they're even angrier after learning a scalper group has been stockpiling PS5s and selling them to, quote, members at a higher price. The PS5 console launch has been a wild ride due to worldwide shortages and high demand during the global lockdowns. Some people have been lucky enough to get their hands on a console, but many others are still waiting. PS5 consoles sold out in a matter of minutes during a brief order window several months ago. Then additional waves and pre-orders and restocks sold out in seconds. We saw this last night with GameStop, and we see this every single time Walmart tries to put any stock up. It's a disaster. Now a couple weeks have passed since the official PS5 launch, and consoles are still hard to find. What's more, there have been little to no news on stock updates. Millions of PS5s are left with nothing. Fans are left with nothing to do but twiddle their thumbs and wait. Meanwhile, a UK-based scalping group named Crep Chief Notify has managed to stockpile thousands of consoles and sell them to subscribers at higher prices. In an interview with Business Insider, a manager from the group mentioned how many consoles they've been able to stockpile. Quote, our total collective number is 2,472 PS5 consoles across for our members, he said. That's just on top of our under 1,000 pre-orders. That's over 3,500 units confirmed going to bots. And I don't think that Sony, ultimately this falls on Sony in a lot of ways. Look, I understand bots are part of the game, whatever. However, Sony should be rewarding websites that find a way to ban this type of technology. They should be rewarded with the most stock. It seems like an easy way to fix the problem. Instead, you have Walmart, who doesn't care about selling to bots and can't even keep their own website running when you're trying to buy product. You have Best Buy with the exact same problems and GameStop with the exact same problems. How do they manage to snake so many PS5 consoles while everyone else is struggling? Well, it boiled down to a combination of knowing where to look in advance and monitoring website stocks using bots. For those who don't know, bots are essentially scripts or programs capable of adding products to a cart and completing the transaction much faster than a human can. It's no surprise that when people use them, have more success finding a console. Now, all this is going to do is this going to increase the number of people using bots. Naturally, this means scalpers and scalper groups using bots almost certainly have contributed to the lack of stock. It's left a bitter taste in the mouths of PS5 fans who have taken to social media to express dissatisfaction. Scalper group, a group? Why not start a legit store then? Scalpers are scum, but they wouldn't exist without people being too willing to pay their marked up prices on demand goods, said another. It's a call for action to stop giving scalpers business. But here's the thing. As Tim would say, it's complicated. if these scalper groups have such immense buying power where they're able to buy several thousand units at a time, thousands of pre-orders, they create artificial scarcity. And at what point are they just going to be able to keep buying them up? People are eventually going to crack, and it's just ridiculous. Sony should be stepping in. Most people are scalping. Most people say scalping and reselling is morally wrong. They believe it's nothing more than greed and needlessly impacts product availability. However, others insist it's a legitimate and lucrative business model, and if you're able to pull it off, it's fair game. Look, I can't imagine making an argument that it's morally wrong. It sucks, but it's opportunity. And ultimately, if Sony cared about their customers or Microsoft cared about their customers in Xbox Series X's, they would find a way to omit bots from being able to purchase this. You can see the UK Scalper Group claims it snaked 3,500 consoles, and then they're making $500 to $1,000 on top on each. PS5 stock is borderline impossible to find right now, and are selling for over £1,000 on eBay or $1,500, significantly more than Sony's recommended retail price. Now, in an interview with Business Insider, shed light on the sordid reseller market, with one British group claiming its members purchased 3,500 systems, and that's just one group. That's just one group, and there are probably dozens more in the United States. You see here, the PS5 launched this week in Europe and the United Kingdom, and customers encountered many of the same issues that faced in the US. The console was sold out nearly instantly at most retailers. The only way to get a PS5 at launch was through a pre-order, but some retailers sold PS5 consoles digitally on first-come, first-served basis, and the manager of a robust resale market for the coveted new game console is at least partially to blame, and that the market is being dominated by groups that work collectively and use bots to buy up as much stock as possible. You see this in other markets like sneakers and other collectibles and things like that. One manager of one group told Business Insider that his group is responsible for thousands of PlayStation 5 purchases headed for resale. You have to put in the work, otherwise you literally don't stand a chance, he said. Resellers are boasting dozens of PS5 consoles have popped up on eBay, StockX, and Instagram, and they appear to have used the same type of retail busing software that sneakers resellers use to get the latest Yeezys. Thursday marked the final wave of launches for Sony's new game console, which included the critical PlayStation markets of Europe and the United Kingdom. Because of the lockdowns, millions of people turned to digital storefronts to purchase a new console, but that proved impossible for many, just as it was in the United States the week before. Customers tried and failed to order the PS5 through a variety of retailers. Overall, I feel like it would have gone a lot easier to get one of Willy Wonka's golden tickets, a woman in London told the Financial Times of her experience. Meanwhile, on a popular chat app Discord, reseller groups with thousands of members were organizing to buy as many PlayStation 5 consoles as possible for resale. Quote, our total collective number is 2,500 PS5 consoles across all members. A manager from one such UK group named Crep Chief Notified told Business Insider. This is in addition to just under 1,000 pre-orders from back in September, when Sony initially opened sales, he said, meaning the group had 3,500. How are they so successful? Well, we know where to go to buy before they announce it, which is an interesting thing, which means there's some sort of information leak. There's a data leak where insiders are probably being paid cash to let this group know when things are going to be going on sale. Now, we saw Walmart, for example, listing publicly, hey, we're going to have PS5 for sale at 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whatever the case were. They had different time slots. But if they have even more advance notice, then I'd like to see this investigated. And you can see Creep Chief Notify, made up of 12 staffers, charges a subscription for access to its services starting at $30 a month, going up to $400 a month. Paying members getting access to a variety of services intended to facilitate the purchase of highly sought-after products that can be resold, offer a handsome profit. A 33-year-old manager named Tom, who goes by the handle Kibbers, said that his group competes with others to see who can save the most of a new pair of Yeezys or PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X. Nothing like taking advantage of global lockdowns to profit. I'm not saying these type of things shouldn't exist, but what I'm saying is, Sony, Walmart, Best Buy, It seems ridiculous to me that they can't identify what bot traffic is and start to ban it. It just seems absurd to me. Like, the way I understand that they work is you put all your information in, you create an account on the website, and that it logs in and it just constantly tries to refresh. But this is also what's causing many of these websites to crash. So regular customers who may have had any chance whatsoever have no chance, because once they add the console to their cart, it disappears right before their eyes. Sony PlayStation's launch has been an absolute disaster, and so has Microsoft's Xbox Series X and S. It's a disgrace from the top down, and ultimately you can only blame Microsoft and Sony. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.